All's Well That Pretends Well has one of the best moments in every Rugrats episode to date because, well, it's a spoiler, so I'll discuss at the end with a spoiler warning this wonderful, wonderful moment. But this is the first segment of the 16th episode of the 6th season of Rugrats, and everybody is getting ready to go to Cirque du Dummy Bear. And unfortunately, Angelica is sick, and she tries to blame it on Fluffy and then blame it on the babies because if they know she's sick, they're not going to take her to the circus. And she paints Phil and Lil's faces, pretending she's making them look like clowns, but she's meant to make them look, well, like they have chicken pox. And it seems like none of her plans are going to work. Will she get to go to the circus? And I'll explain more about that with a spoiler warning in a moment. But it was good fun, it was entertaining, and I feel like the babies handled things in a very interesting way, especially, telling them it was clown makeup was an easy way to get them to go along with it. And I think it was definitely an interesting attempt on Angelica's part to try and get to go to the circus. It's also interesting that she didn't milk being sick. I think had she not had the circus in her plans, Angelica definitely would have tried to get as much sympathy as possible out of being sick. But it just goes to show that some things are even more important to Angelica than pity and sympathy. And I thought it was a good episode, and I think something that I imagine a lot of children will try and do and pretend to not be sick, and that's how germs spread. So the ending of this episode I really loved. So I'm going to discuss now what happens in the last kind of 5 minutes. So these are obviously spoilers for the end of the episode if you don't remember what happens. But at the end, the babies come back and they're coughing and they seem unwell. And I thought, oh no, Angelica has given her germs to them and they can't go to the circus. But no, they pretended to be sick because they didn't want to go without Angelica. And that is the sweetest thing ever. Also, the most stupid thing ever because, there's no point in them missing out just because she can't go. But it was such a sweet thing for them to do. And Angelica was very grateful for that. And it's very rare that Angelica is grateful. So that was sweet. And then they put in the Dummy Bears VHS, and every character, the babies, the adults, are all enjoying this Cirque du Dummy Bear VHS. The only thing that would have made it better is if Soucie was there, and then we would have had the full main cast, and I think that would have been really great. But it was beautiful to see, very well animated, really uplifting, and I really rather enjoyed it. Definitely a very sweet, moving episode, very well animated, great pacing, no complaints at all. One I'd be very, very happy to watch again.